TRS will be on soon. TRS will be on soon. We're TRS and we'll be on soon. Yeah, welcome to our podcast. We always cool. Yeah, welcome to our podcast. TRS will be on soon. Yeah, welcome to our podcast. TRS will be on soon. Yeah, welcome to our podcast.
Greg, he doesn't like you, Isaiah. He still doesn't like you.
No, he doesn't like me.
All right. Well, welcome to our amazing podcast, the TRS podcast, where only one person rages a lot, and that's no one else except him. We love having you guys here. I hope you guys liked the first one. We're very nervous, and clearly you can see Bammy. He was stressing out over there.
Very
We're
much.
Yes. We hope you guys like the third podcast. It's going to be our second one. Hopefully it releases a week after the first one or so. Well, thank you for joining us again. I'm going to be the host this time around. It's Cloud, Anthony as well. And then after me comes our second co-host.
What's up? It's your boy Cloud or Bammy Cloud. See, that's how. See, I already messed up because of you. Freaking see, look, I'm Cloud. I'm simple. I'm an idiot.
We
I'm
know
really
that one.
short. All right, but all jokes aside, it's Bammy. You guys obviously know me from my TikTok or from something else, obviously. And then we got our other co-host.
It's your boy, man. Glad to have y'all back. Subscribe for more content. Fuck my chair. Our other co-host, he's one of a kind. The fourth main member of the group. He's the bread and the butter. He's that PB&J.
What a build-up.
No, I'm not done praising you. He's those scrambled eggs and your oodles and noodles.
I hate you. What's up? My name is Pablo, aka Josh. Good luck for tuning back in. Got some crazy topics to talk about today.
I was gonna say yes, we do. We have a lot of interesting topics today.
I'm the host. You be quiet. I'm the host. Calm down, baby.
Okay,
See, he always tries to steal. Yeah, see, he's always trying to steal the attention. No, okay.
Go ahead, sir.
Yo, Bambi, shut up. Let the man talk.
Well, as you can see, we're very glad to have you. The attention, I don't want to call him that, but the S word over there. Want to seek all the attention. We're very glad to have all of you guys back. We have very interesting topics. Bammy's topic is, it's okay. It's not as great as everybody else's.
CERN. My topic is about CERN. Now, what are you going through each one of us's topic, or you guys want me to just start off from here?
You can start off. Either way, I want my topic to be last at the end.
Hold on, because since we're talking out, turns out my topic, complete hoax. It's fake.
We can start with my topic then first, because it's already known information, so it's not as recent.
Go ahead.
All right, so go ahead with you guys' topics.
I'm
Whoever's going first.
starting off, your boy, man.
Alright.
I'll ask this. Did any of y'all know about, at least the DB Cooper case?
I know something of it. The only thing I know of it is just the dude escaped from the plane, and they don't know how.
All right. Let me throw the groundwork here.
I was gonna say, start from the beginning for me because I know nothing about this. Paloma, get in your car and drive. Get in your car and drive. So, go ahead. No.
So it started off, a man just regular buying a ticket, and he hands a waitress. Well, no, first he orders a glass of shot, like a shot glass, and a cigarette, because you can smoke during those times because it's a long time ago.
Yeah.
And he hands her a note like side the cop ticket. He's right next to her, and note says,
wait. He ordered a shot glass and a cigar.
Yeah.
You were able to smoke in planes back then.
Yeah, you were able. That's like I literally just said that.
Yeah.
I was like, you were able to smoke a cigar. Well, I don't think it was a cigar. I think it was just some regular cigarettes. But you were able to smoke in general. And he had shot glass or something.
Okay.
I think it was like whiskey. I'm not sure to find detail on that one. But yeah, he hands her a note saying that he has a bomb in a briefcase. And the flight attendant goes in the cockpit, explains all what's going on. Then she comes back, and he has a list of sitting next to her, he has a list of demands, and he wants to stop at the next station, and he wants it was like $250,000, and that was a lot for the time because obviously.
I was about to say money back.
Yeah.
Money back.
My thing was a lot more, so. It was a big entrant amount. So they got their 7 station, and he let everyone, get off the plane. He just wanted the airplane, the first attendant that he talked to, and the 2 flight attendants.
Wait, I'm confused. Wait, they landed the plane?
Yes.
Yeah, they landed it and refueled it and stuff like that.
They landed because they were also.
There was nobody.
They had them on the map.
Because he handed them a note as soon as they took off for their first flight, so they did basically a turnaround.
Mm-hmm.
And he made them stop and he let everybody off, all the passengers off board, and just kept the main staff that can usually fly and the one entertaining that was talking with him during the time because he did kind of build a connection. And so, and he wanted to go to, I think it was Mexico, I believe, and they couldn't go that far because it didn't have enough gas or mileage, so he altered the route to go to another place to fill up to go that far. But he was in straight panic because he didn't want to wait. He just wanted to get up in the air and get ready. So they're up in the air. He doesn't say much. He was straight calculating. He was cold. He had that chiseled jaw, the glasses.
I heard he was very handsome.
He wasn't handsome. He wasn't handsome. He was like a middle-aged white man, I believe. So he wasn't all that. To me, he wasn't all that good looking. That's all I gotta say about that. But
they do say different witnesses say that he looked this way, while other ones say he looked that way. At the end of the day, everybody probably didn't even get a scene, or some people were just talking crap because they wouldn't say
some people probably are.
Well, the thing is, there's not a lot of people that saw him because it was only the flight attendant that was next to him that really saw most of his pictures, and some of the people that maybe saw him as they were leaving the plane. So it's not really have a lot of visual tells.
Yeah, there was I think there was a couple stories that some people met him before he even got on the plane, right before he did the act and everything.
Those are not true stories, because he's still never. It's the unsolved case. So he's
never been seen.
Yeah, he's never been seen. But as they're up in the air, when he ordered a ransom with 2 parachutes, one that was for a military grade, other one was basic. And sorry.
One was military grade
he
and
ordered 3. Yeah, it was military grade because it was say if you're in the military and you have specific parachutes for them, it was basically combat, and one was from a flight simulator school, so it was right next to him, and he chose that one. And some people think he had military backgrounding that allowed him to use the parachute because it was really no forms of control. It was also just you just float down. It just simple as that. The other one you could actually control how you wanted to go, but that's besides the point. As they were in the air, he said to the waitress he didn't want to talk to waitress a flight attendant anymore. I say waitress, but same difference. He didn't want to talk to flight attendant anymore, so he went into the cockpit, and they were just trying to stay calm, not make him rattle anything because he has a bomb anything. And he felt
my thing is, did they ever find out if he had a real bomb or not?
Hang on, I'll answer the question later. Because he took all the evidence with him, so it's not really sure if he had a bomb or not. It just showed he did open it and look the waitress said it looked like a bomb, but no one really got a good eye on that. So he could have been bluffing. We don't know. And the fact that he took it with him, it's also because he jumped out the plane like in mid-flight.
Bro
like
pulls out the
Which is
biggest
great. Isn't
bluff
that like?
in history.
Isn't that bad in a way because like the pressure of the
Oh
plane
wait,
to go down?
listen, look, he jumped out
No,
of
these
a
are old
moving
school
plane. Hang on, he jumped out of a moving plane while it was storming and it was midnight.
Oh gosh.
My boy had balls of steel.
Balls of steel.
Like
No, like clearly, I feel like clearly he must have had some type of military experience to do that. Because in the military, like they're used to doing that.
There's tons of theories about that because there's no like real concrete evidence that he had military. He could have just randomly picked the one that was military made purposes, and because he only took 2 out of the 3, and one was assumed he wrapped like the bomb in, no, the money in the briefcase because they found a couple, I think a couple $100 flowing down the stream for where he supposedly like landed at in Civic area, but the stream waterway was going. It was the opposite way from where he would have supposedly landed by the time he jumped because in between the 2 areas, one of the first station and the second station where they like had to land to get refueled, they noticed that he was gone because he jumped in mid between those 2 flight landings. And they had 2 Air Force One pilot jets on there too. Did not see him when he jumped. So
That's
there's no
what
like,
I'm saying. So
correlation.
how the fuck did he get out the plane then?
Oh, there was it was like a fighter chart jet for the president, and they have an emergency hatch at the bottom to where he activated that, and he just jumped from that.
What?
Yeah, that's literally like a secret action for the president, and so that he can avoid
the
crowds.
thing is, how didn't they see him?
It was
they weren't there.
Yeah. It was the flight attendants didn't see him because they were in the cockpit, so they just locked the door, and they didn't see him until they landed, and they came back to check on him and say like, oh, we're filling up gas, such and such, and he was gone by then. Like he jumped literally in the middle of the flight in between the 2 landing strips.
That's
And
crazy.
since it was so dark, no one really saw him jump. All they really felt was like a tremor from the doors, the hatch opening, because the air pressure kind of changed suddenly. And even then, they don't know exactly when he did jump, so it's even harder to predict where he landed. And it's like it's some little small forest range next, I think, a couple miles from a town. But it's really crazy. And earlier when I said about the money, they found money like next to a brewery. Like I think it was like a year or 2 after all this happened.
Well, they found the money?
And no, they found like pieces of the money. It was like it still had the band strip like all on it, like it was in kept. And that's how money grades are like really fast if it's not protected. So it had to be sealed in some type of way. Because some little boy found it as he was like playing on the side of the beach. But the area they were searching in was opposite way of the stream where the money was found. So it made no sense how the money got there without it feel like someone physically carrying it because the stream wasn't allowed. Like the current wasn't allowing that because he was it was up and it was going the opposite way where he was going or he landed, supposedly landed at. So he had to widen their search range again to search him for search for him.
My thing is, I feel like he never got off the plane.
He definitely did.
Also
They searched the
very
plane.
unfortunate.
There were police officers all around when he landed for the second time. Like he really just jumped from the plane. That's the only explanation of how he got off the plane. Because he's like searched it head to toe, and they didn't say he was like a terrorist or anything because he just left. He didn't really have any affiliations
That's
with
what
any
I'm saying.
group
He
or
ain't
so.
even hurt nobody. All he did was just
No.
say a couple things and just did.
Basically, what he did do, but it was more like the threat, like the possibility that scared people. And plus, this is like the
I
first
was
thing that
gonna
ever
say.
happened. Because you have to think about the time, like this is the first time everyone like really hijacked the plane in this type of way,
True.
and also get
it
away
wasn't
with it too.
9/11 back
Because
then.
Yeah, I
and
was
some
gonna
people
say
think,
like the security at the airport. There was definitely none because if you was getting on a
oh yeah,
plane back then, you was
there was none.
automatically rich.
Yeah, they didn't check no like heavy briefcases or pat someone down as much. Like it to nowadays, it's like overkill, but then it wasn't done at all. Like it just wasn't. But some people believe that he
back then
died.
you could go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Some people believe that he died between the landing because he was landed in mid like forest range where it's like miles upon miles of just forest, and he didn't have any like proper. It was like snowing during that time, so it was really cold. So, and he didn't have any way to really detect like where he was at or like where he was going, so he could just like easily run into a direction in the wilderness and it's never seen again, and just froze to death. And, like, because the parachute didn't, like I said before, the parachute didn't have any like direction, so he would just float it straight down somewhere in the vicinity of wherever he jumped at whatever time.
Hey, but you
And a
never
lot of
know
people
though.
believe
He could have had it all planned out.
that's true. They could have had it all planned out, but actually, it doesn't make sense because the captain during the time tried to make a flight path, and
Yeah.
he didn't care for the flight path. He just said, "Just get me to the next point B area." So it was hard to say that he planned it out when he didn't even want to chart a flight path, because he told us like, "No, don't care." So Captain just randomly picked a flight path that he didn't even know, and then he still just jumped out. So it's hard to say he had a plan.
But he could have
POV.
had something. He could have had something
Oh
to
yeah,
be able to
he could have
travel
had
for a
something,
couple. Yeah.
but
Because
like
at
I
the
was
end of
saying,
the day,
because
never know what he had on him. If he took everything with
literally,
him too.
I believe
I was
he
gonna
died
say.
because
Go
he
ahead.
was just wearing a black suit with a button tie and shade glasses. Like he didn't. That's all he had. It's really
Yeah, I was
all
gonna
he
say
had
that's
on
all he
in
was
the cold
wearing from my
winter.
understanding. He only for every description, every picture I saw, he always had a glasses
And
and
he's wearing
wore a
like a
nice
black
tattoo.
suit. Yeah, he wore a dark shaded glasses with a black suit and a clip-on bow tie. To which he kept a bow tie. Don't know if that's the point. But so it's hard to say he prepared for the weather when he dresses so lightly. And I think it was a stormy weather it was a stormy weather that night too. So it made the expeditions even harder than it normally would be.
POV. The captain was in on it and chose where to drop him.
The captain was on it.
But I also heard that I heard theories of him being like he was sick and stuff, or if someone in his family was sick and he was doing it for that reason.
There's tons of theories on why he wanted to do like he just wanted money, he had to pay bills, or like his family was like there's tons of
I always
explanations on why he
believe
could have did
he
it.
was some type of Robin Hood.
Really? You believe he's a Robin Hood?
Like
Yeah, where'd the
not
money go? I
like
said,
all jokes
where'd he rob
aside,
us
like
with the
really
money?
think about it, I realistically thought he was some type of dude that had to do it because he had some type of agenda against the government.
Literally, no. But they did actually find witnesses, well, not find witnesses, suspects, at least somewhat match or affiliated with him because they found like I think it was 5 people, but they all didn't have any hard concrete evidence, and it's been years between this has been going on with the witnesses because like one, he was a retired vet and he had airplane flight experience and stuff, so he could have put off like the emergency parachute with the armor military grade one, but he didn't show any signs like he had the money or anything like that. And there was another witness that literally claimed, well, tried to do the same thing. He had it getting caught, but he wouldn't testify if he was DB Cooper during the first heist. Like he just never, and he
I
ended up dying in
remember
prison.
that. There was a dude that
Yeah,
did get caught.
yeah, it was the dude that got caught. They believe he was probably a copycat. Well, I literally believe he was a copycat because like he didn't really do the same demeanor, and people say he kind of like acted different and dread like the way that he had acted was different between how one dude was like really calm and collective. He was not that, and he didn't have any military background either. So like it makes sense for him not to do that when he had military grade parachute. And there was another guy there was a family that believe her husband was DP Cooper because he had enough money. Well, he has surprising money, the amount that it was taken, but didn't match any of the bills that they plated because it was a track or whatever he was spent it at because he never been spent, so he never can find the bills. But I just found that funny how your own family rats you out, going like, "Yeah, I think my husband's DB Cooper."
Yeah, I
You
think
know,
my
all this
husband's
bank
DB
heist.
Cooper.
Yeah,
That'd be
no
a
lie, it's messed
conversation.
up.
Like, why would we report that? Like, oh yeah, my husband just kind of robbed this.
No, don't lie. She probably had suspicion. She probably didn't really care for her husband. She was like, nah, it's really day because I bet y'all get bonus of what I got if I put him in. Like, what the hell?
Because you
Yeah,
gotta think about it. In a way, I could see where she's coming from because it's just like, dang, like my husband might be like a freaking robber. Like he held this from me. If I don't know this, what else is he hiding from me? He could be a freaking the R word or some shit or a P word.
Yeah, but think about it.
people.
That was he the way he did it. Like, you think that, like, straight up, I said, if you heard that from somebody to you,
Oh,
and
and he
then
wasn't.
and
He
you
was an
kind of
older
said it
man. He
like
was an older man, so he didn't meet the age range because people say he was
like
around like
knowing
30
you,
to 20.
you
So
wouldn't be writing them out. You'd be like, why didn't you cut me into the piece of that? Why wasn't I part of
Yeah,
this? You
that
wouldn't be
would be me.
like, at the end of the day, you'd be like, why wasn't I part of this? Why didn't you tell me? You know, I could have helped you out. I'm like, no, I ain't trust you. I'll give you some though. No kidding. But like, at the end of the day, some people are just. I feel like she must have had a grudge or something. Like, something must have happened with her husband, and then when she found this out, she was like, you know what? He pissed me off. I'm about to tell them this. This does not seem right. I don't care if it's right or wrong. I'm about to tell them.
yeah, and the fact other than bills that he just had a surprising like whopping insane like 2050 million dollars like randomly, and she just never knew about where the money came from. That's why she was most suspicion where she thought it was him, and he had like slight similarities in like the sketches, but he did not meet. He was like I think he was like 60, and it's only been like a couple years for now, so he did not meet the age range like at all from like when he was opposed when D.D. Cooper did attack his first. Well, I'm saying not his first, but the rob the plane. And it goes like there's like two more reasons, but there's no real hard evidence because all we really had was like the cigarette butts that he had, but they couldn't get any DNA to match. And he took the note back from the lady, so they had no fingerprints to go put in the system.
So he played that smart. He was
And
like, yeah,
I
I
was
yeah,
gonna
get
say,
it.
he
bro, he really
collected
came
all
up with a
info. Only evidence he left behind was the one parachute that he opened up, and he didn't take it for some reason, and cigarette butts from when he was smoking. That's like all the evidence they have on him, and they can't
Other
match it
than
to
that,
any
leave
of
it
the
out with a bag.
witnesses. Yeah, because he took back the note, he took the briefcase, he had took the other two parachutes, and they never found anything. They even on the money that washed up on the shore had no evidence on it because how corroded it was. So even if he did touch it, they can't get anything from it. And even back then, the analyzing team,
Forensics, yeah,
the
forensics was horrible back then.
forensic team it was not good, and you also had corrupt cops during that time too. So
A
it could have
bunch
been
of
lost
corrupt
during
cops.
time.
It was
Oh
corrupt
yeah, a bunch of corrupt
percentages.
cops.
But
So it
definitely. Oh, you can keep going. Sorry.
okay. So
Where did
it
this
just
happen
added
again?
to a point.
Where did this happen?
Hang on. I don't know. I don't know particularly for sure because it was like a small southern area. DB. Yeah. Yo, you just look up DB and it instantly goes to DB Cooper. The man is federally wanted. It
Well, I
was
always
in
believed my man's was
it was
freaking
in
Robin Hood.
Northern
He got away,
Idaho.
but then
Yeah, it was in Northwest Idaho Airlines. That's where it happened at.
Idaho.
And Idaho, yeah.
Mm.
And
Where's
like you can
Idaho?
even look
Never
them
seen.
up. It's like the side of America, I believe. I'm
It's
not good
close
with it.
to. No, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it's close to
Is
California
Idaho?
in that area.
I might sound stupid. Is Idaho a state or is it a city inside of a?
No, it's a state.
It's the state.
Idaho's a state.
Yeah, it's like
Yes.
by Wyoming and all that.
Yo, all the people that in
Mm.
Idaho are ever watch this, he's fucking like
Yeah, they're gonna be like, yeah, he's
explain him.
stupid. People are gonna watch it. He's stupid. He doesn't know that.
I think from the last podcast, it's kind of expected because he didn't know what a dresser was. He called the dresser a cabinet.
It's a cabinet. What are you talking about?
No, it's not. That's a dresser. Look up.
We're not
talking about this. We're not talking about it. But yeah, the people know in the comments from the last video. I hope they so much comment. I hope they comment saying like about this. I feel like that's what you should post on your TikTok right there. Is that clip of us arguing about the cabinet or a dresser?
Anyway, with all the stuff that piled up and like the lack of evidence, the case has just been cold for like 50 plus years. And right now, I think a few years ago, he would still be alive. And if you watch like any videos about him, like, yo, what if DB Cooper is just sitting down like on a yacht somewhere, drinking a cold one, watching videos about how he just got away? People are like saying, oh, he died, or he flew.
It's unsolved.
Yeah.
He's over there thinking like, yeah, because think about it, he would have never expected that he would have got like all that publicity and everything going for something. Like, of course, he probably hid.
Oh yeah.
If he definitely got that money, if he was smart enough to even do that, he should have gotten out of the country in some way.
Yeah. So yeah, he did it 51 years ago at 1971 on November 24th.
51 years.
It's been 50 years, and since he was between like 30 something, if COVID didn't hit, he should still be alive. Kinda. He should be like in his 90s.
Yeah, he should be around his 90s by now.
So there's a good chance like he's just out there kicking it with a cold one.
Yeah, probably just smoking and stuff.
You're kind of like, oh, these exact same cigarettes I took out the airplane. Never caught me, fuckers. But I respect the man because he pulled off like one of the best heists like of all times, and there's like no way anyone could ever track him. And even when the witnesses actually were him, he never got convicted. Only one that got convicted was the one that did it. Did the copy cat of the crime. He's the only one that ever got convicted and sentenced to time. Other ones were just speculated because there's no hard evidence on them. So
it's freaking crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's mind-boggling. And I love his fact like he probably did like other heists that we just know no clues about because he leaves nothing behind.
We haven't known.
Yeah, I believe he probably did more heists because it felt like it was very thoughtfully planned. Yeah, it was like even if he didn't time where he wanted to jump, he just jumped randomly out anywhere, and if he did survive all that, he learned how to wash his money to where it never got traced, like at all. So like he's a very smart man.
You gotta really think how easy it was to launder money.
Honestly, during the 1900s, probably yeah.
A lot of things were easier back then. Yeah. A lot of stuff, like robberies, all that
money
stuff
was a lot. Easy.
And not even that. Like back then, those people used to think that was hard to do. Like if they saw how it is nowadays, they would have been like, "Yeah, never mind." And there's still people out there nowadays who are doing those same crimes, but with more high tech stuff, and then they still get away with it, which is crazy.
Yeah, and that's basically my story. I know there's more information we can miss, but that's basically the ground base of like what he did, and I consider him down. One of the best like thieves out there. There's another one that I know. I'll leave for next Discord call. He was the world's greatest and dumbest art thief. It is a ridiculous story that I'll love to tell you guys next time.
That does sound interesting to keep us on a cliffhanger, yeah. But definitely at the end of the day, we're over here thinking like this man can either be the best whoever committed this freaking robbery, or he could have been he literally did, like he was just brave and dumb and did it.
Honestly, dumbest robber I've ever heard of.
Honestly, it could also just be heavily circumstanced because like things that followed afterwards just went in his favor more and more, and it's just he just got away with it because of circumstances. He's just an extremely lucky person. He could be dumb as a doorknob, and just somehow he got away with like a really good heist.
Everything just went good.
A bomb. Nobody wants to fuck with a bomb. Like I said, it was not a 9/11 type of situation. So not.
But at the end of the day, you tell anybody, you can walk anywhere with a bomb, and everybody's gonna be like, "Oh hell no, I'm cool.
Yeah.
I'll give you whatever you want."
And this is as if like social media was all invented. Like his face wasn't blasty. They had to do eyewitnesses testimony. So like his face features could be completely different from what we're going off of from people how they remember him. Because you don't remember anything from that state of
A lot of
panic because
people
like you don't
snitch
throw
now.
because you throw like a
and the
bomb in
only
someone's face. Like, you're not gonna remember
and the
that.
only
Like
person who really remembered was that freaking hostess. Who even knows if she really remembered?
I was
Then
is she
he
even
could have paid her
alive?
off too.
Do
He
we
could
have
have
the
paid
dates
her
of
off
the people that were involved, or
yeah,
what do you mean?
the people that were involved?
if you
Do we
have
have
their
the
names
dates?
and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's all in like a document. Like there's also witnesses names. Like there's one person, Robert Rackstraw, Richard Cowboy Jr., Thomas J. Carter, Elizabeth Earthhart. I think she was the flight attendant, Elizabeth. Yeah,
Which I
their
find
names
it's crazy because
everywhere.
like this dude literally got famous. Like he has freaking shows and movies and
Oh,
stuff about like
oh
just the
yeah.
character and the theme about him. That's how freaking crazy it was.
There's actually like fan clubs still promoting the GP Cooper, conspiracy, going like, yeah, he was just like a real Chad and he was a great man. Like it's
All
crazy.
this, no lie, talking about that, and then imagine he never really survived that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that
Yo,
would
he's
suck.
just in a
Imagine
ditch
doing all that
somewhere
and dying
buried.
after.
It became
I'd be mad
he
in
became a
heaven.
legend afterwards.
I'd be mad in heaven or hell, just pissed every time. God could give me eternity peace. I'll still be mad about that. Wow, I
Honestly,
really died doing that.
he could have found like a cave that no one has, but it doesn't make sense because during that, like it's been over 50 years, someone would have found the body if he would have died in the
Yeah,
woods.
they would have found something about him, but you never
Yeah.
know. He could have been like whatever happened to like because you said it was a stormy night and everything. He could have literally been
Hmm.
blown off all the way off course for where he was supposed to land.
Or
And they try to
imagine he
take that
got
in
double crossed.
by who? He was working with
I
nobody.
don't know. Imagine he worked with someone, they double crossed them, they murdered them, took the money for themselves, and then they end up getting caught with some other the money, but
Well,
they thought it
there
was
is a
completely
conspiracy.
different.
There is a conspiracy that someone like on the road was like waiting for him, and they kept like driving back in the area range where he was supposed to like land. And Cloud, by the way, they actually expanded in the map based on how the storm was, and see like where he was landed, and they still didn't find anything.
Like I said, like think about it. Like they could have estimated that, but at the end of the day, they never really know. Like that storm could have took him much farther, or like because they never know exactly where he landed, so they had to probably do the whole range between that whole flight. So that's going to be a big range. But at the end of the day, they never
Hmm.
know. Like that could have took him like completely off of where they saw. As well as after that, after he landed, depending on where he landed, he had all that time to get out of that area. If he really
That's
was,
true.
you know, like there's so many different things, like variables and stuff that you can add on.
I heard
Like
one time that it was an alien that did that. Who was an alien type of person? I was like, what?
That's
The
one
Men
of
in
the
Black. You
weirdest
know how the Men
ones.
in Black
I
fight?
heard
They
about
said
that
that
too.
he was
Like
a Men
someone
in
like
Black
he got
person.
abducted with aliens, and at some
in
point
the
he just disappeared.
middle of him jumping,
In the middle of the
he gets
heist.
abducted. No, he jumps off expecting to land on the ground. He lands on the alien spaceship. They're like, "Oh,
Yeah, they take
we
his
Yeah.
didn't have to catch
boy.
you." Like, who is this man? They're like, "Oh, wow, that was smart. We're gonna take you with us." You know, he did
Now,
such a great.
He did such a great job.
Like, we really like
great
that,
job
so we're
giving
gonna
us the
just
money,
keep you.
sir.
Yo,
All right,
freaking
that was
crazy
DB
stuff.
Cooper. That was really good. I
Yeah,
did
and
not know.
actually, the reason why he's even called DB Cooper is because of a misedit in the print of his name. Because he was supposed to
You
be like
serious?
Daniel Cooper. Yeah, DB Cooper wasn't in his actual aliases that he used. It was a misprint by the government.
I'm confused. How did they? Is that his actual name or is that just the name they put it
No,
to?
no.
No,
Well,
it was
they
an
would
alias
use
he went by.
yeah. No. They made an alias for him because it was a misspelled print and like one of the fax copies like a mass reduced, and it was saying, "Oh, DB Cooper," and that's what everyone just assume his alias was, but it was actually a mistake on their part because
And they
originally
were like,
behind
"Yeah, we're
his
not gonna fix that."
yeah, it really he had his plane receipt that he wrote his airplane ticket that he wrote his fake name. And it was like Daniel B. Cooper, and so they shortened that somehow. It fucked it up and named it DB Cooper. And I don't know how they did that. It's just, especially on this reporting case, because there was a lot of people involved. Like there were search parties and everything. You spelled this man's name wrong. That's blows my mind.
Well, at the end of the day, during those times, it was like a lot more frequent to think about it. Because like they wouldn't have as many editors, they wouldn't have as much. Like they probably went through newspaper and everything. So someone probably didn't even check that. They were like, print, send that out, hurry up. This is the latest news. We need everybody to know by next week.
I want my grandmother to know about this.
Well, yeah, because you had to rush the eyewitnesses sketches and put all like any little information that he had together. So it took a minute. I can blame them for not taking the fault for it because it didn't matter at the time. Like it was just an aliases that they made for the man, and it was pretty cool. Like I would have said something if someone had said like, "Oh yeah, DB Cooper. It sounds like a really decent name."
The whole time we're saying Davey. Like at the day, they were probably rushing putting when it came out Davey. Oh, they just that became a V or whatever.
Imagine he comes back. Imagine he would have called him, "That's not my name," and hangs up.
Yo, it's just that before like he calls back, it's called because he just wanted to know his real name. Like that ain't my freaking name. I'm sick of hearing this for years. This is my real.
As soon as he about to like die or something, he has like cancer. He's like, "Yo, bro, I did this like really good heist, and I hated his name ever since." Like, why do you use his aliases?
Like that wasn't my alias. I used this. I came up with it. It was really good. And you guys scrappy for years.
It'd be crazy to think if he when he's dying, he reveals himself.
His identity.
Well, he could have, like I said before, he could have died during COVID. Like he was like an old man during COVID time, so it's hard to say.
Yeah, but a lot of people didn't. Like a lot of old people did survive, but it is true he could have passed away during that time.
That's true. But you think he was also in the 90s, so he like was smoked a lot. He probably did like weird things to his body.
Those 80s, man. Them drugs hit hard.
Yeah, bro.
Drugs hit you different.
How old would he be right now?
He would have been in his 90s or somewhere, either early 90s or late 90s.
No, it's either late 90s because he was expected to be around in his late 30s, I believe.
And if that was 50 years ago, it would have been. Yeah. No, I feel like if it, give or take, he would have been either in his early 90s or late. Because that would have been 80. He would have been like 80 or so.
True.
Because it give or take the years he was like exact. Like he might have been 36
well,
something.
He also got it's not his proper age. What you say?
Not to cut your guys off, but POV, the whole time I'm talking to you guys, my mic was muted. Gotta love it.
Oh my goodness, I thought you had yourself muted on purpose. No lie, I'm over here.
Yeah, I was like, bro, what are you doing?
It must be loud over there or something.
I'm over here talking, and I'm like, yeah, because the whole time the pilot's in on it. Yeah, that's interesting, but also you never know. He could have had a plan. I'm over here talking about. So like I'm over here going into detail. And I'm thinking like and like y'all keep like cutting me off for talking over. Be like they don't really give a fuck. Oh, like
no, because you weren't there you weren't scared in the video. So I thought you left real quick or you just set it down to hear what we're talking about. I'm over here thinking like, oh, he could be in.
Nah.
We see that.
My bad. So go back where you were saying because now I feel bad. Like the whole time you just muted.
So one I'm sorry. Person killing me. He is annoying me right now. But whole time basically I was like, you never know. The pilot could be on it. You got to think if he left no evidence. We're talking about zero evidence at all that could be traced.
Sorry, no, he did leave it. He did leave the evidence. It was the cigarette butts and one of the airplane jumps. I forget what the word. I'm stumbling. Yeah, parachutes. Thank you. He left those two things as evidence. Everything he took
Are you glitching, guys?
with him, took the
Okay,
bomb, and
good. I thought he was
evidence where
just
he
glitching for
because
me.
she got back.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
you're,
So I was like,
you're
yo, can I get that
lagging.
back, please? Let me get my note back real
So
quick.
there is evidence, just not a lot of evidence.
He was
Mm.
basically
do
over there
believe-
asking for that note back.
And I do believe
Like,
some people
oh,
did think like one of the pilots were in on it in somehow in some form or fashion.
I'm telling you.
But yeah, it's hard to say because it's not like they
I was
had
up
any
thinking,
good reason
what if
for it.
their air pilot? Yeah, that is a good theory. What if the air pilots were into it?
It's possible, but I don't think in any information I've seen they had any like real connection or anyone related to pull something like that off or had a reason to pull something like that off. Like
but
they're all fine people. Like one was actually close to retiring, so he didn't have any reason to do this.
well, think
Like
about him
But what if that's it?
hiring. He could have had not had enough money, you know.
Exactly.
True,
Nobody's
true,
gonna
true.
assume him.
Like at the end of the day, everybody has
Don't
their own
find
like
them or
reason
something.
for doing something.
You're right.
Or just he just
It's
wanted to do it for fun. For you never know. People just do stuff for fun.
Yeah, like at the
literally,
end,
it's all headcanon at this point. Like it's so hard to say if he had a reason for it or not.
like literally, that's
Or
why I was
another
fun.
theory. What if he was dying already?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like when people are close to death, you never know. They can go. He wanted to do something wild before he went. He was like, I don't even get caught. If I get caught, whatever, I just gotta be. And then he ends up surviving everything. He's like, damn, I didn't think any of that was gonna work. I thought even the landing, he was like, I didn't even think I was gonna land. And he's walking off with the money and everything. Like, the freak do I do now?
He probably already died. Probably did it and then probably died of cancer. You know, cancer was a serious problem. It's still a serious problem, but it was like
Back
It
then, it was a
wasn't.
lot
more
worse.
Yeah, they didn't have much
consistently
knowledge
because
on
of the
it.
stuff that because
Then
of
the
the
day
air
once
quality.
once you got that, you were like, oh man, how much time do I got, Doc? I'm gonna print everything. What? Man,
Because what would y'all do if y'all had 2 months to live?
2 months.
Mm.
Let's say he was given something from the doctors. Hey, you got 2 months to live. What if he was like, all right, in these 2 months, I'm gonna plan something. I'm gonna rob the bank or something, or not even the bank. What did he even steal? He stole money.
Okay,
What money did
I
he
have
steal?
I have my wish. I'll do a make a wish to kick Donald Trump in the balls.
I hate you so much.
Donald Trump, out of all things.
Yo, that would be my make a wish for cancer. Kick him in the balls.
what
I
pleasure
think
that is for you.
I think
It
my
really
wish
is.
You gotta be like, what's your
would be.
making with Donald Trump? And then when you meet him, kick him in the balls.
There you go. Yeah.
Like my
I
wish
think
was complete.
my wish would be I think having anime, like all the cool animes, DC and
DC's not anime.
Marvel, have a movie together and I'm in it.
Yeah,
You
That'd
just
be
want to
really
be in a
pretty cool.
movie, basically.
yeah. These want to be
Oh
in a
my
movie.
god.
Actually, no, no, no.
Really, a whole universe.
I actually saw this one too. While Make a Wish was asking to play Yu-Gi-Oh, and this girl sent him to the Shadow Dimension. It was like she destroyed him in Yu-Gi-Oh. And you just hear comments, yo, his boy already got cancer and got banished. What a day. Like, damn.
Don't lie. For me, I think I would want to meet like a whole bunch of creators from my favorite stuff. No, like I would not say Stan Lee because then they'll be like, you're gonna meet Stan Lee in the afterlife. I'll be like, no, shut up. That's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I would love to meet Stanley in the afterlife. If I am going to the afterlife.
Well, where are you gonna go? There's nothing else other than the afterlife after this.
I don't know if I'm going to heaven or hell because I know Stanley in
But
heaven.
that's the afterlife, though. Oh, I'm sorry, but no, he was saying like he wanted to go. He doesn't know if he's gonna go to the afterlife. The afterlife is that's part of the afterlife, good or bad. You're gonna
True,
be in the
true.
afterlife. Yeah, you'll meet
All right,
somebody. That's for sure. You might not like
That's
who you meet, but you're gonna meet somebody.
all right. Besides that, that's my topic on the podcast right now.
DB Cooper.
DB Cooper. He's a pretty interesting story. You can always just go on and on about like how what he could did. But I think you're saying it here, boys. Let's start on the next
Definitely,
one.
there's still so much that can keep going.
Yeah. All right. Give me
All
a real
right, so
second.
then
I gotta
I
pee.
believe it's my topic, right? So my topic is about CERN. Uh,
I have no
it's
idea what this is.
basically this the particle accelerator I was telling you guys about last episode, and it's in Switzerland. Now, y'all might think what's wrong with a particle accelerator. Now,
Flash. That's literally
well,
what
yeah,
pops in my
that's
head. Is the
instantly
flash.
when I thought about it. I thought about a flash,
Exactly.
but this has been the entire reason why we had a Mandela effect. Why the Mandela effect exists.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So what CERN is, or what I'm gonna tell you guys from the beginning, what I know at least. Um, remember when 2012 everyone woke up and said we were gonna die or something, like that was the end of the world. That was the year the world was gonna end.
That was it was because of the Mayans had a clock and it ended on that date. So everyone was like, this is our end," and everyone had a big party. A whole bunch of people sold all their crap thinking it was the end, just to do like go to Disney World and all that, and then they go back home to be like, "Damn, none of it
So
happened. They're still there."
yeah, so well, in reality, what that was, they were turning on CERN, which was the particle accelerator. When they turned that on, supposedly what it is, it's just smashing atoms together at like speeds,
Mhm.
like protons and all, like smashing them together at speeds that we haven't been able to do before. And the thing is, with doing that, it could possibly create a black hole. But what people believe actually happened is that they opened up a portal, and we ended up kind of going, I don't know, in time and back. It was
Well,
we
okay,
got
okay.
into like,
I don't want to destroy your thing, but I just want to tell you one fact that I learned today. Supposedly, black holes are keys to time traveling back in time, not in forward, but back.
what do you say?
Time travel, like I found this out today. So for time traveling, that was to travel back in time, not forward. You would have to have a black hole. Black holes are key to going back in time.
See, then look,
So
CERN.
supposedly,
They
by your
people,
theory, they might have gone back in time in some way.
yeah, people believe that CERN ended up like messing up a lot. So then that's when we had the Mandela effect. Some people remember a lot of different things because people aren't supposed to be in this timeline. Certain people are in this timeline, and we have people that are from other timelines from the back. So it's just like people remember like things like double stuffed Oreos. Do you remember 2S or 1S?
What?
Double stuffed
I
Oreos. What do you
remember
guys
one
remember?
S. Do they have two S's? I only remember one S.
I remember 2S. It
Uh,
always says stuffed. It never says stoof.
I don't eat or so like I said, I
oh,
couldn't tell you.
okay. No, you said it at the end. I thought you meant like at the beginning, like two S's at the beginning, like double S for no, but stuff.
Yes.
Yeah,
Stuffed Oreo.
I only remember having one S, double stuffed Oreos.
No, I always remember it
Because
had
stuff,
two.
it would have been STUFFED.
Yes, but
I mean ED.
when has it ever been stoof? And when
What
has
do
it
you
ever
mean?
been 1F?
It was one. You said S. You meant F.
I said F. I've been saying F.
Okay, guys, he's been saying the F this whole time because I swear I heard S. It might have been just me, but it was only one F.
Yes. It was two. It was always two, but now there's 1F.
That's
All right.
weird.
Another one. The Chick-fil-A. Now, Balamo, I'm pretty sure you heard about this one.
I
What do
hate.
you guys
Yeah, we
remember of
were
the
talking
Chick-fil-A?
about it. Go ahead.
Do you remember it being CK or C?
I I don't know. I remember CK because it was
That's
always
what I
thick.
remember, but a lot of people
Yeah.
say no, that was never there.
POV. I have a friend that always worked at Chick-fil-A. I got.
Actually, the funny
Okay.
thing is, I always thought it was only the C, like chick, only the C, not the K at the end.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I always thought it was a C because they always emphasized the C chick.
Yeah, capital C and then CHIC and then the hyphen fillet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, like I switched it up the other day too, and it was weird because I put chick with the K at the end.
So not only the Mandela effect is the reason why CERN is a problem. Another problem is the statue of CERN is. I'm gonna send it to you guys in the chat right now, so you guys can look at what it specifically is. But that's a freaking It's dealing with basically demonic stuff, and with that, that's literally their statue. That's in front of their gates. That's CERN's statue right there.
That actually reminds me of the what do you call it? The Indian
And she's stepping
god
on a
for
baby.
their.
She's stepping on a baby to let y'all know she's stepping on a baby. And there's been video proof of rituals being done there. CERN is also the reasons. So last year, in matter of fact, they restarted CERN. They closed. So I kind of got off topic. In 2012, they started CERN and then they closed it down because they needed to fix some stuff. Then they started it back in 2015, 16, and more crazy stuff started happening during then. And then they turned it back on last year. And last year, July 4th, that's when they exactly turned it on. When they turned it on, you could look up that entire year itself was having. I have a list of what was going on last year when CERN was turning on. Let me find it real quick. So look, we had war in Ukraine the 24th of February. China's sinkhole on June 20th. Roe versus Wade, which is the baby stuff, the abortion stuff. June 25th. Joe Biden, second pandemic. June 22nd. Monkeypox global, June 23rd. Polio in Great Britain, June 22nd. July 5th, CERN. Georgia 6th, the Georgia Guidestones blew up. And then July 7th, the Spanish obelisk struck by lightning. Then July 12th, New Galaxy. July 6th, do y'all know who King Tut is?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the prince in Egypt that died young.
What do you guys remember on being on top of his forehead?
I don't remember.
A what?
The snake? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes. Y'all remember a snake, right?
I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, there's a bird next to it now. And there's always been a bird. Now, I'm going to send you a picture of what I'm exactly talking about so you can understand for more context.
POV.
Okay, I'm sending it in the chat right now.
POV.
Basically,
This.
with him, there was what I always remember. Everyone from what I always talk to, they only remember a cobra being there. There was never a bird there, and people are saying that it's different pictures. We haven't seen these pictures, but I went to school and I really loved history. Egyptian.
No, I actually seen this. Yeah, you're right. I only remember ever there being like one thing on his head. I don't remember exactly what it might have been, that the snake, but I only remember there being one thing.
Exactly,
like in the middle.
just the cobra. But
Yeah.
everyone's saying that. Some people say that, yeah, there's always been a bird as well. But then other people are saying there's never been a bird. And I always remember I always looked at him and always saw no bird. Even when he was a night in the museum, I think it was him, but I remember him not having a bird. But everything I see him now, he has a bird. So then,
It's hella weird.
with that, they believe CERN switched up a lot again. And the cause and effect of CERN being on continuously since it's been on since last year. Look what's happening this year. All these
It's
earthquakes.
still on, or did they turn it back off?
They're still on. It is still on. What is happening now? They're running it faster and they're smashing atoms quicker. But that people have been saying it created a black hole, and they're saying no, it didn't. And then they had to shut it off for a little bit once they started because they had to add one thing, but then they started it back up. But the thing is, every single time that thing starts back up, it starts shit. And for me, at least, ever since CERN, I've been watching at least, ever since CERN turned on, there has never been a month that we had nothing go on. There's always something wrong, and there's always something global going on, and it's serious, more serious now. And especially with the UFO things and CERN being on and stuff, that's a lot of energy. And what they're trying to figure out with CERN specifically is they're trying to find the God particle, and they're trying to
the
throw out the
creator, yeah.
existence. They're trying to throw out the existence of God. They're trying to find basically the Big Bang Theory, why we came to exist. You know, they're trying to find that exact reason. They found the God particle, but they're trying to say they can't replicate what exactly happened in the Big Bang Theory or what even happened. You know, they can't replicate it, but they found what it is. So
And I also find it crazy that I always think that the Big Bang was either that the world created itself because it needed to be created, but at the end of the day, a whole bunch of science proves that nothing can be created out of nothing.
out of nothing, yeah. It always
So how
has
are
to
you
be
gonna?
something.
So like they always saying that the Big Bang happened because it needed to happen. There was nothing there in the world. It created itself because it needed to be itself. Like no, that doesn't make any sense. So
Because
I'm guessing they're
what really needs something, really? We didn't,
mm,
the world didn't need to exist.
exactly, and then they're saying that I guess the God particle is the cause as well as the whole reason why a lot of these things happen. So that's just you're calling it the God particle, but you never even know if that's really the creation. You're just suspecting it's that and then give it this name. At the end of the day, it could be our destruction.
Very true.
Um, sorry to cut you
But
off, but you continue.
with that being, CERN has just been a consistent problem. And like I said, you could really look onto what CERN is. It's been quiet. No one's been talking about CERN as much anymore. Because I think the CERN thing, nobody really cares about it because there's so much more going on, right? There's freaking flying UFOs. There's a balloon flying across the world. But realistically, I believe it's a whole distraction to something else. Like what is really going on, especially in Antarctica. They also believe CERN is connected to Antarctica because they think whatever they do in CERN, they're trying to open up something, and they're believing they already opened it up. Every
Mm-hmm.
single time CERN opens up, it's basically a portal. And what's weird, there's these portal rings, these camera thingies around the world, which you could like go up to, and there you could see video footage of people around the world and stuff. But it's a portal. And then last year they had some type of freaking what was it? Some what a fashion show, and they had a portal as their opening thing, a portal. And then with the Astro World thing, I love Travis Scott a lot, but what was it? A portal. Like I said, I don't think he purposely sat there and did anything intentionally to get people hurt. He was probably just having enough fun. And then, like I said, we're not getting on that topic, but like I said, his thing was a portal, and it said, but I don't even remember what it said. But like I said, a lot of things dealt last year was with portals. But the thing with Travis Scott happened was with what 2020, I guess
Mm-hmm. I believe so.
that happened in 2020. But the thing with CERN happened in 2021. But what I always believe is just something with portals have been popping it up, and you could date back from last year on to July 4th, July 5th, when they turned CERN on, and look at the dates of what happened particularly, and you could see a bunch of shows talking about portals and all this other stuff, and the Illuminati is connected to CERN. There's a bunch of things, and I could send a bunch of videos and stuff. Obviously, I'm gonna put a bunch of videos on the thingy so you guys could look at it. But that was my topic. Yeah, I basically think CERN is it's a portal. It's a portal.
I just
Particle
I definitely want to
accelerator
bring
portal.
it. Yeah, I definitely want to bring it back. Like I told you, supposedly black holes are key to time traveling, but back in time. So for like traveling forward, we're supposed to be moving as fast as light to be able to travel forward in time. And to travel back, we need wormholes, black holes to create the wormholes. So if there are portals happening and they're doing that, it's most likely they're going back in time. That's why everything is changing because of black holes. Black holes are called for, or they're said that's like the main theory for us to be able to go back in time. Black holes.
Black holes. But I feel like they always lied about black holes because how did they know everything about it?
No, they
Yeah, I
studied it
was
for a
gonna
while. They
say,
never knew. They
but
never really knew what it was.
who did that study?
Black holes?
Yeah, like who went in the hole?
That's what I'm saying. Like who
Oh,
sat
they
there?
never.
Yeah, that's exactly what it does.
No, they never went into the black holes. Like here, I have a thing. Where was it? It was time travel.
Is this your topic, bro?
It's part of my topic.
Okay.
Oh, so we need wormholes, but we have a problem. We haven't been able to observe these space terms. So basically, you need a wormhole to create that. To go back in time, and I'm pretty sure it was saying something about black holes being like an entranceway or something like that.
Mm.
I believe we have time portals already. I don't care.
Okay, definitely we can go back to this topic because my topic literally leans into talking about time travel and all that. So, are we done with your topic, or you still have more to
Yeah,
talk
that
about?
was my topic. That was the CERN topic.
All right, so my topic is I'm gonna send you guys the information and everything right now in the chat, and I think I already sent videos. If you guys want to check those out real quick, I think I sent them in links. Yeah, the ones by me that right before you send the CERN statue. If you want to check those out, I'm gonna put the images that I have real quick in here. All right. So this topic, I got told by this the last time on the podcast by Meg. She told me about it. She was saying it was very what do you call it? It was she told me about this topic well after we finished our convos. It was very interesting. So I like looked at the TikToks and everything she showed me. So the one that she showed me was the sausage one, but that wasn't the one she originally watched. But I found the guy really hilarious because he was talking about the theory in the form of a sausage. So
Yeah.
basically, the shorthand version, so everyone can know. Basically, you know how there's first dimension, second dimension, third dimension, and fourth dimension, like things look.
Yeah.
So basically, we're 3-dimensional is what we are, but 4-dimensional is what the universe is contained in. So like the way the universe works, like time. So instead of time moving in a linear, like a line, it doesn't work like that. It's in a cube. It's in yeah, I think it's the cube. It's in a block, a cube block, whatever. It's the same. Um, and that's the way it works. So basically, the main meaning of the block universe theory is that the time, past, future, and present are all in the same time. So we're always like the past you, the future you, and the present you are all the same.
I believe that somewhat because like there's a bunch of things I remember. Like deja vu is a thing. Like, deja
Exactly,
vu
and
is a thing.
that's
Like
the
why does it feel like I just done this? And it just like it's
exactly.
no way there's no way we had that memory because there's no way we done it if we're just doing it now, right?
Exactly. Like it's not something that's like it feels so familiar, like we're just doing it, but it's already like it's the first time we're doing it, but it felt like we're doing it all over again. And it's not that you're doing the same task again; it's that you felt like it's for the first time, but you feel like you've done this before. So that's what kind of like the theory walks into. Like the theory has so many topics it can go into. So like the first topic it's talking about is involving that, which saying that like so the you who from the past before you did anything is still the you now because at the end of the day no matter what happens you're already going to a course, something that's going to happen. But since it's like in a square, basically meaning everything that you're going to do, have done, or will do is already preset, meaning that like okay you can be making a choice, like it's kind
Are
of
you
similar. I want to say
I'm sorry
it's
to cut you
very
off. So are you saying that like the future is set in stone in a way, set in stone? The future is
not
inedible.
exactly. No, that's not exactly. It's kind of similar to that, but that's not exactly what's happening. So to explain it more, basically, you know how the Avengers Endgame was, how they explain time, as basically the block universe theory, meaning that we cannot, if we went back in time, it would not change our present, because our present is our present. It's the time that we're in. So no matter what we change in the past, that's gonna change someone else's future. That's gonna change another future. So in our present time, we can
So,
make a choice.
so basically,
Our
it's like a multiverse theory. Like every action leads to a different.
Exactly. But meaning
Okay.
at the end of it all, we're all gonna connect to the same exact ending. Everything's gonna lead to the same ending, and everything started with the same beginning. The only difference is that every choice and every action that has been made was already decided and made. But it's you in the present that's making the choice. And at the end of the day, it's all connected, no matter what you do. So if you have a path, you have your path that's moving in front from the left or the right. The present you is making that choice. But at the end of the day, there's also the present you that made the other choice. But at the end of the day, all those choices are going to lead up to the same ending. So no matter where we split off or wherever we make a different choice, it's all going to lead up to the same place. But just the journey to that place was different. And so it explains the block theory when it says it in detail. It's basically saying, let me see it. It says it in here.
I get it because in a way it's like we wouldn't, let's say, right, we wouldn't be able to get to our future if our present self or our past self didn't do the things that we did to get to the future.
But the crazy thing is explaining that our past and present self, our past and future self, are the same no matter what.
Yeah.
We're the same person, just moving through the different changes. And inside the theory, inside the thing that I sent, the link for the website, it explains that the only thing changing is what we're imaging, like the image in front of us, because time is an illusion that we made up. Time isn't something that we're moving forward through. It's something that is just the image changing in front of us, like the image of a TV or the image that we're looking through. It's just something that's changing over time. At the end of the day, we're still the same person. We're still going through the same stuff. It's just the thing that we're looking at or what we're going through is changing.
That's why when I hate when people say new year, new me type shit.
Because at the end of the day, it's still you. The only thing that's changing is the situation that you're in. At the end of the day, a person can change and can become different by going through their events and going through stuff. But at the end of the day, you're still the person who you first were when you born. The only difference is that you have more experiences than the first you that started. And so it kind of explains that. Excuse me, I had to burp. So basically, it's explaining how we go through these situations and where we end up, because there's so many different things that we're able to like happen that we never really knew that could happen, or stuff that already happened that we never really expected to happen. But at the end of the day, it's already been set in stone to happen, like you said. But it just depends on what choices we decide to take for those. Because we could have been, what do you call it? So, like right now,
But like the multiverse theory, where every um, I guess choice leads to different multiple choices, or I'm sorry, effects.
yes. So, like every choice that we make and every decision that is made leads us down a different path or a different point in our life.
I gotta learn
That
Is
how to
it
get
some
the good ones.
is it like a stream
say
effect? Like no matter like how like water is like a fixed pool, where you throw like a rock on and does like waves and ripples, it still follows the same exact path, it's the same area.
yeah. The only difference is that the present you is going through a different time. Like, I mean, the present you is just the present you, no matter what. You're always going to be in your present. You're not gonna know what path you chose is gonna lead to what ending. At the end of the day, you're just gonna follow through and go to a path that has been set for you. You just made that choice to go in that direction. So that's why they always say like more focus on the present and not the past. Because at the end of the day, no matter what you change in the past, it's not gonna affect your present or your future. And no matter what
Correct.
you change in the future, it's never gonna fix the past or the present. Your present's always gonna stay the same, and it's always gonna lead to the direction you're headed towards. So that's why when you were talking about the CERN, I was thinking, no lie, it kind of makes sense because if they're using like I should have said at the beginning, I read it wrong. I was thinking it was wormholes and not black holes that lead you back in time. I searched up what black holes are. The difference is that wormholes are. Let me look at it. The major difference between a wormhole and a black hole is that a wormhole is a funnel-shaped space-time tunnel between 2 points between universes, whereas a black hole is a cosmic body with extreme gravity from which nothing can escape. But at the end of the day, I feel like no lie, a wormhole is basically you going between the past and the present, or you traveling between the different dimensions of your present. So like you can go from your present to a choice where you made for, and that's your other self. You know, you guys
I
understand
think
what
I
I mean?
get it. Yeah.
Okay, you're muted by the way, Ezra. If you're talking,
So there was I actually believe this theory because like remember the time where I just kept having weird dreams and stuff and just it kept happening and I told you I'm like, yo, remember when I told you about this and then it's happening and we're like, yeah, that's
mm-hmm.
weird. So it's just like I actually believe that theory. So it's just
Definitely,
but
like
the
it could have
thing is,
been
am I thinking about this like because my future self already went through this or it's just more of like my just I don't
because
know.
as well, it could have been either your future past that's gonna happen, or it could have been that your present self was also experiencing it at the time you were thinking it. Because at the end of the day, we never know. Our present selves could have gone through a whole different reality than we went through, a whole different change than we went through. Like, 'cause I was reading because it says it in here. Because I was really curious by how they were talking about time travel. Because once they started speaking about it, I found it crazy. Because to move forward in time, you would have to reach um close to light speed. I mean, the speed of light. You need to get close to the speed of light, and that's how we can travel to the future. And this theory makes time travel more possible because of the way it's speaking of it. Because if it's in the cube, where it would be easier to travel between them, so you'll be able to move forward in time thanks to moving so fast. But moving back in time will be harder because you would need a wormhole, which we don't really know as much about wormholes. All we know is that it's like it's able to take you some other place.
It's
You're
like
not even
jumping through
sure
a
if it'll be
door. I was the best theory is
that
like
it's
jumping through a
unknown.
door without knowing what end you're going through.
Exactly.
We got guns that could shoot faster than that. You're telling me we don't got spaceships like that? Come on.
No, we definitely do not have guns that can
Yeah.
shoot. Because think about it, if we had a gun that can shoot that fast, we would never be able to see the bullet. It would
Exactly.
shoot. It would shoot the bullet and it would disappear. It wouldn't even be in our time. It would go through a different time. So if you think there's a gun like that, they would have experienced it and found a way to make people to be flung that fast in a pod that's like a bullet. Like we can definitely make guns go very fast, but we haven't in planes that are able to break the sound barrier. Like we're able to make those things. But at the end of the day, the government probably wouldn't say that stuff. Like the Mandela, like how you were talking about the CERN and all that stuff. Think about it. Like that could have been their portal to back in time. If they're able to create black holes, at the end of the day, I feel like black holes are just wormholes without the. So basically, I think of wormholes as the hallway, and the entrance of the wormholes are the doors. A black hole is like the door with no hallway in it. So you can enter it, but there's no guarantee that there's an exit. And it's such a strong suction force that it can bring you in, but you never know if it'll ever bring you out. It's like a dark room. You're opening the door to a dark room. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean, bro.
Okay, I know some of this stuff is getting kind of weird explanation. Basically, that's how I saw it.
But realistically, that's in theory. But what's really inside of a black hole?
Yeah, at the end, but like I said, like when I read the difference between the black holes just now, the difference between a wormhole and a black hole, there's only one major difference. Like it says, a wormhole is a funnel-shaped space-time tunnel, and it's between two different points of the universe. Whereas a black hole is a cosmic body with extreme gravity from either side. But at the end of the day, we never know what the black hole can like. All we know is that it's such a great suction force, and that they say it's created because of a sun, a star as big as a sun, being
So
exploded.
basically, one teleports,
Wait,
one probably might eat you and
wait, and
never
I
spits
thought
back
it
out.
was. Wait, hang on. Sorry to cut you up, but I thought it was that it's on it implodes on itself, like it's warping in its own gravital pull.
Yeah, so basically, when I'm pretty sure when a star explodes, it creates an explosion that starts suctioning on itself, like you said, and that
Yeah.
creates a black hole. Whereas a wormhole is basically you're able to kind of see to the other place that it's leading to. But we really never, at the end of the day, we really never know more information, because at the end of the day, the government could have already known the information about this. They could already know what really is contained between a black hole and like that. They're able to know those things, but we don't. Like they wouldn't release that information to us unless it was important for them to gain something from it. Like we never really know what that could lead to.
You
Because
ever watch?
yeah,
Go ahead.
no, you're good.
I was gonna say, you ever watched the movie Interstellar?
Isn't that the one where he gets like lost in space and he sees himself, right?
I've
So
had so many opportunities to watch that movie, and I never gave it a chance. But I heard every
long,
single time it's amazing.
What?
long story
It's pretty.
short,
Yeah.
I don't remember if it was. I believe it was a black hole. I don't want to say it was a wormhole, but he goes in the black hole, and what it does was basically they went beyond time. So in the movie, again, long story short, y'all gonna probably get confused. But in the movie, he goes beyond time, and he's basically like watching, like he's basically in the timeline, watching it. Like he could go to any point or time, and he goes to a specific point where I guess he's leaving, and he's telling his daughter about it. And he uses Morse code to connect something like that. Again, don't quote me.
No. You're right. You're definitely right. I remember that he was on the other side of the bookshelf, and he was hitting
Yeah,
books down using Morse code.
yeah. And his daughter understood, and basically she cracked the code on how to get him to come back. And like
Yeah.
it was just crazy.
Though
So
like,
like
that movie is great. Like that movie's like like that movie's similar to like the theory. I think I'm pretty sure that you're right too, because he got sucked in. I'm pretty sure he got sucked into there, or they were doing an experiment where they were going through a wormhole. It's either one. You could be right.
mind
Like
you,
it could be.
in that time, he while he was stuck in that time, I believe he came back the same age, if not a little bit older, like a year probably. But when he came back to time, obviously, like is like his daughter, she's a vieja already. She
Mm.
already had kids. She had her own family. She made a whole space station just
Yeah,
to find that and bring him back.
I
And
heard.
mind you,
Yeah,
it
I
was
heard
only been
that
like
he
an
missed
hour
out
for
on
him.
his daughter's life the entire time, which sucked.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah,
No
mind you,
didn't
lie.
he witness it though? Like he saw it through like a
He saw
mirror.
it through the time. He saw it through time.
Yeah.
As he was going through the
yeah.
timeline, he saw her
But
growing
he
old
still
and stuff.
missed his daughter's life.
Yeah, he wasn't a part of it. He just was like able to see it. It was like him being another. He was basically in another space, watching his daughter grow old, trying to solve a way for him to come back.
Yeah, because when he comes back, his daughter was dying, I believe, of old age, and
Yeah,
she was like, "Listen, like you don't gotta be here. This is me. Not saying he was in family, but you don't gotta cry. You feel me? It already happened a minute ago. You feel me? It's my family now. Go do your thing, mind you. Again, it's the future. Like his house is now a museum because they're showing like how it happened and how she was able to do all of this. Like his house is dead a museum.
yeah, like he literally everything that happened. Like it's crazy because it was a small farmhouse. Like it was a small farmhouse when he left, Like it was, and then it became like everything that they went through was so crazy that they literally
Yeah.
showed the room and everything that it happened in, and they were talking about like they have a whole tourist and everything. It's crazy. But now that you talk about that, that makes me think about like the new Lightyear movie, the Buzz Lightyear movie.
Mm.
I
How
haven't
he
watched it
curves
yet. I
around.
heard it was trash.
Nah, it was actually really good. I liked it. Personally, I liked it. It was very interesting. It wasn't exactly like Buzz Lightyear, but it was an interesting like concept. Like if this like the toy came from this, like this is what he came from. But basically, he gets stuck on a planet and they're trying to figure out how to create the thingy to go through space quickly. And so they're using experimental ones and they're going around the sun and back, or around the planet and back. But when he heads there, it's normal until he turns around and something crazy happens. He almost gets launched off course and he almost gets lost into space. But when he gets slung back to their time, where he gets slung back to their planet, a decade passed.
Oh, I think I
And
know
Yeah,
what
time
wow.
moves
you're
different in
talking
space.
about.
They said.
it was because when he was traveling, the moment he turned back around and he was slinging back, he was going through space quickly. So when he made it back, 10 years passed. And they were telling him, like, no, you don't have to do it again. You don't got to do it again. But he was like, we need to find a way to go back home. Every time he went, every time he came back, it's been decades. And like time is changing. Like he sees their development gets higher and better. Like it becomes crazy. Like
I
I don't
think
want to spoil. I don't want to spoil anything because like it's really good. You should watch it. Like the ending is like mind blowing. Like how he goes through everything.
I think I know. I think I watched the movie. It took because for the sun they had a wrap around to use the gravity of the sun so it could keep them in trajectory.
Yes, yes. So it can launch him to go further. Yeah.
Speaking
Yeah.
of movies, have y'all watched Moonfall?
What?
No,
Isn't
I
that when the
haven't
moon
watched
like
that.
crashes into the earth?
Yeah, it
I haven't seen
destroys
that one.
the.
It's on HBO. It's amazing, bro. Like, cause it deals with. It's weird. It's really weird because we're speaking about space and all this stuff. So
And then there's someone that start coming
I
out
don't want
about
to
it.
ruin the plot. I'm just gonna tell you the gimmick of it. Scientists, 2011, they go out to the moon. They're trying to fix the satellite. Not no. Well, there. Yeah, it opens up with them going into the moon or some shit. I don't even remember, but they're in the moon. At like the satellite shit in space and atmosphere, and then some shit attacks them, and do only like two people survive. One dude dies. The dude for years tries to sit there and tell them something attacked them. So then for years and years they ain't believe him and they called him weird. So then one day the moon has a hole inside of it. So they're weird with it. And then finding out the whole there some type of thing is drilling inside the moon and it's changing its course, making it go towards the earth because it's like it's basically floating towards them. It's weird. So then the whole movie is just them trying to figure out why that thing is drilling inside a hole inside of the moon, and it's an interesting concept because I don't want to spoil it, but it's a lot to do with like magnetic fields and all the other stuff, and it's cool because I'm gonna tell y'all one spoiler, but I'm not gonna tell you anything more. Basically, the whole moon's built by aliens like technology people, like something
Oh,
like
is this the movie? Sorry. Is this the movie with Chris Pratt and Megan? Is the black lady for
no,
the?
that's tomorrow something.
No, that is Moonfall. Hands down, that is Moonfall. It
No, that
stars
is
Chris
not
Pratt.
Moonfall, bro.
That is
No,
okay. Let
that
me look
is
it up.
that is the one where the aliens and the creatures. He
And the
goes
moon is
back.
like a
He
dark
goes into the
entity,
future.
something.
No, it's not with those white things. I know it's not that. No, I'm 100%.
The
Moonfall
movie's
is
called
with
Moonfall, right? It's called
yes,
Moonfall, right?
yes, Moonfall is with the dude. How can I be more specific? What movies is he in? You ever watch London Has Fallen? White House Has Fallen.
Yeah.
That dude, the actor, the main actor for that movie. Damn, bro, y'all don't
Uh,
really know his name. Let me look up his name.
Are you talking
It's
about the
Channing
main?
Tatum. It's Channing Tatum you're talking about.
No,
That's what I'm saying.
It's
no,
Channing
that's White
Tatum.
House Down.
Are you talking about the Scottish dude? That's
Yes.
I don't know his name. He played like 300.
Oh yeah, I know who you're
No,
talking.
I'm stupid. All right, Patrick Wilson. Y'all know who that is?
Who?
Moonfall.
Patrick Wilson.
Yeah.
He's the dude that is the main actor for that movie.
Okay.
Um, he basically is the main protagonist, and he's the scientist because he's the dude that survived that attack with the one girl, Holly Berry, and he sat there and they never believed him. So then, the world, like I said, the moon was created by aliens. And then that's the only gimmick I'm telling you. That's the only thing I'm telling you. But with that movie, it's very interesting because they talk about a lot of like time shit. It's just weird. But to be honest, I think it's up to you, Paloma. It's your topic now, bro. Which you wanna?
Well, I never finished
Patrick
my
Waterston,
topic.
by the way.
You ain't finish it?
It's yeah. Sorry. The dude earlier, I was wrong. You were wrong. It was Holly Berry and Patrick Waterson. I mean Wilson.
See, yeah.
Yeah, we were both wrong, but like I knew it wasn't that guy. All right, sorry, Paloma. You can go. I just wanted to clear that.
I don't even know if I finished talking about what we were talking because we got sidetracked talking about movies.
Yeah, we did. Give me a
Oh yeah,
second.
we didn't. I don't think you concluded what you were trying to say. It was mostly like I think we got off in like theories
Yeah, we were talking
and then different facts.
about it, and it was talking basically about what I was talking about.
Yeah.
But if you in detail, like that site that I showed you guys, I mean the screenshots from that site, like it talks about like so many different like things. It even brings like quotes from scientists and stuff like that. Like even like information from like other things.
I was gonna say, so movie wise, topic wise, I don't got nothing. We was talking and I was listening the whole time. Do y'all want to keep going with our conversation and end it on this one?
When everybody's ready, I'll start saying goodbye and everything.
Hold on. We gotta talk about my topic.
What
Oh,
topic?
My end topic.
What was your end topic?
The llamas. Why I fucking hate llamas.
I didn't even know that was part of this.
Yes, I said that's the first thing we're talking about when we open this shit. So I last episode I brought up why I hated llamas, and I don't think I ever told you guys this story, but if I did, I'm pretty sure you guys would want to hear it again. But I went to the zoo. Now, the zoo in Camp Hill, I forgot what it was called. I think it was called Cloud or Matt. Do y'all know what park zoo I'm talking about? Lake
no.
Tobias. Lake Tobias. Yes. The zoo was called Lake Tobias. They had llamas there. Now, this is my first time like interacting with a llama, so I didn't know how they would react. I was told that we could feed them, but not to get close to them. I don't know how we were supposed to feed them if we weren't able to get close to them. So, my idea was to get close to them and pet them because I wanted to touch it. Now, I didn't know the llamas don't like people. They're racist. I don't know. I just don't think there's no way that he liked my kind at least.
I believe they don't like when people get close to their faces.
And what you mean they don't like when? And in my eyes, he just
They don't
looked
like
at
you
me and
getting
did
close
not
to
like.
their face. If you get, it's like if someone gets into your personal space, you're not gonna like it, right? You know, you get close to my personal space, or you get close to someone's personal space, you're gonna be like, "Yeah, get out of my face." You got too close to his face, and that's basically what happened. You got close, and the llama spit.
I blame you. Yeah, that you're just your own fault.
No, what like I got close to him and he just kind of like looked at me and I kind of should have like known that was the signal like get the fuck out my face or I'm gonna like do something to you. I ain't take it as a signal. So man's kind of like got close to the gate. He kind of buffed up, which was weird. I don't know how to like really. I can't really say a llama buffed up to me. He kind of like stepped up. He was like he stumped down his 2 feet, looked at looked at me, bro. I'm talking about with just a hot ass spit hitting my face. It wasn't even my face per se. It was a lot more in my hair, but it dripped down to my face and I felt how warm it was. But what really threw me off was just how slimy it was, bro. I felt like, bro, threw his kids on me. And that's why I felt like I had to, respectfully, I felt like I had to fight the llama. So I began to like, this was wrong with me. I kind of like began to like throw rocks at him. And that's where they kind of knew what was happening. So they kind of pushed me away. Not pushed me away, but they kind of like stopped me from doing that. And they try to ask what happened. I'm like, he spit on me. And they're like, why? It was a whole thing. But yeah, from there, I just don't fuck with llamas. I hate llamas. Alpacas, the same reason, bro. Fuck them. I really hope they die, bro. Any type of llama. In Fortnite, that's why I shoot them. And then if I ever see an alpaca or a llama in real life, it's done. It's clipped. That's all. I'm just saying that. But that's why I hate llamas. Just wanted to tell you, boys.
All I gotta say is you don't like a lot of animals in general. There's a lot of
I hate
animals.
monkeys, bro. Monkeys, not all monkeys. I just hate the fucking that monkey from that's the only description I could ever give. The monkey from fucking Night in the Museum. That little shit. Those type of fucking monkeys I hate. You know why, bro? Because New York, like I said, New York, you could get anything in New York, and that's dangerous. Animals, zebras, bro. I seen a lot of weird shit, but this takes the cake in a way. I'll go in New York, bro. I'm in the store. I'm over here like, all right, I want chips. So I go to this dude every day. For whatever reason, the day I go in, the next time I go in, he has a fucking monkey. I'm confused on how the fuck this dude have a monkey and how he have it in the store and has anyone snitched on him. Like, there was a bunch of questions in a little time that I did not care because I'm about to leave the store and never probably see it again until the next day, So I'm just, in my eyes, I just got to get what I got to get. So I go in, I'm like, yo, what's up, Buzz? I see the monkey, boom, that joint make eye contact with me. I ain't like that. That was the first thought. So then I go over, dude just literally jumping on the thingies.
You
Like
speak
the
to
rack
it.
is where the chips at, and he jumps over to where like the clerk is. So I'm like, all right, so I'll go grab the bag of chips. This little shit jumps on the rack and looks at me. I look at him, bro, without even words. Smack. I'm not trying to over exaggerate this, but I never felt little hands but sharp fingers slap. It felt like a little ass kid slapped me, but with sharp ass fingernails. Like I don't know how to describe it, but it just was. I ain't like it. That's all. It ain't hurt. I just didn't fuck with it. So it's just like, bro, come get your monkey, or I'm gonna fuck it up. And realistically, I didn't think the clerk would have a problem with me beefing with his monkey because he probably saw that he hit me for. No, the dude had beef with me because I was trying to fuck with his monkey. Now, that's where I started going ballistic. Like, why the fuck do you have a monkey inside of a store? So everybody came in acting like, yo, what is going on? And then I point out the fucking monkey, and they're like, why dude got a monkey in this? Like, realistically, I just kind of caused a scene when I didn't need to because this fucking monkey disrespected my face like that. Like I said, it didn't hurt. I just didn't like it. So it's just, in my eyes, I just don't like monkeys either. And ostriches, I hate ostriches. Bro, we're not gonna get on that. That's the next story.
He doesn't like a lot of animals in general. That's basically what I mean.
My thought is he went up to the monkey, said something to the monkey, and the monkey looked back at him. He got pissed about that. What do you think he was gonna do? Like, honestly, that's why you're muted. That's why the monkey muted you, bro. Damn. I feel like he pressed on the monkey because he just felt some type of way.
He thought the
Look,
monkey was
monkeys,
gonna
look, every monkey I see nowadays, I respect it. But if I
monkeys
ever
do you
see that
see
monkey ever
nowadays?
again, those type of monkeys is always rap. I don't care if they respecting me, bro. It's
Nah,
always
nah,
on
nah, nah.
sight.
Nah. Shut up. He asked the best question. What monkeys do you see nowadays?
Exactly.
How many
Bro,
bodegas do you walk into and the man has a monkey? Come on, it
like,
has to.
bro,
Bro, you
like,
walk in the
look,
store. How many
I'm
In
not
a
a New
monkeys do you
day,
Yorker,
see?
how
bro, so
many
I can't
monkeys do
really
you
sit
see
there and say
casually
that.
walking by?
Bro just said, yo, I see monkeys every day. Where do you see monkeys?
Where do you live?
Like you live in like the Amazon? You just out in your backyard all the time?
Yeah,
Bro,
they
all
got
right.
the only
I'm
Wi-Fi
sorry,
box
this is
over
so off
there.
topic, but I need y'all to answer this. Now, when you're with your significant other, right?
And she pees in your bed?
You're in the no what?
That was a whole other time. Wait,
No,
what?
I'm talking about. Listen, y'all with your significant other, right? And
Pieces in
y'all at a
bed,
movie theater. Y'all at a popular movie theater. Y'all about to watch a superhero movie. How do
and you
you
fall
expect
asleep.
and let's say the significant other, boyfriend or girlfriend, well, obviously it was us girlfriends only, but obviously to people who are listening, boyfriend or girlfriends, how do you expect them to act in a movie theater when it, all right, to be in fact, it is Spider-Man Far From Home or No Way Home, whatever, I think it's No Way
Just
Home.
no
No
way
Way
home.
Home.
It's
No
no way
way.
Yeah,
home.
Spider-Man No Way Home. How do
How
you
do
expect them to open? You give them a set of rules, and you expect them to follow them, right? You get there, what are you expecting them to do?
wait, what are
I
the
don't know. What are
rules?
a set of
Yeah,
rules? I don't.
yeah,
I
what are
have
the
Set
set
of
no.
of
rules
rules?
are not to be loud. When you want to open stuff, you open it before the movie even starts. When you're going to grab your thing, make sure it's quiet. If you want to go use the bathroom, make sure you crouch. If you need something to me, don't even talk to me. Look the other way. Those were the set of the rules. All
So
right?
basically be a stranger.
Be a stranger to me. Don't even act like I'm here. Bro,
What if I tell you to do that?
Does literally the opposite of everything you said.
Yeah.
I feel no lie. I feel like a lot of the times that's how a significant other is. No lie. At the end of the, personally, from our experiences, from our talks, and how I've talked to some other people, I feel like that happens a lot. Like not even on purpose. It's just like they know, like you don't want them to do this, but in their minds, it's like clicks. I have to do this exact thing that they don't want me to do.
I
Li-
haven't
li-
finished yet.
li- Literally, my girlfriend
You give
bites me during the movies. Like she only way to like she can't do anything or say anything. She starts biting my shoulder.
all right. What I was saying. You give them the set of rules. Y'all know the movie, how
Fuck
serious
your
this movie
rules.
is. I'm talking about literally day in the first day that Spider-Man No Way Home is playing.
Wait,
Bro,
is
good
it? Wait,
10,
let me cut you. Let
15
me cut
minutes
you off. Let me
in.
cut you off. Is it on the same princess of like when Endgame came out? Like
Yes.
everyone was like,
Yes.
this is nothing. Okay.
Yes. That's how serious it was. But we went on the day where it was like packed. So think of this person sitting next to you. All right, on my left, I have two dudes and I guess their girlfriend, whoever, I don't even care, but it was just two dudes. I remember the two dudes specifically. And then on her right, it was just, I think, an empty chair and some other people. So you gave them the rules. You told them not to open everything before the movie starts. Tell me why 15, 20 minutes in, we're into the movie. And all I hear is,
POV,
bro,
nothing.
Yeah.
I
I was like, I
swear
heard
to
nothing.
God,
We hear nothing.
bro, bro, I've
It was
never
dead
had
quiet.
such
Nobody.
anger and,
Nobody at all.
and disappointment. Bro, I looked down. I was like, what the fuck is that noise? Bro, I looked down. All I see is her dumbass trying to grab one piece of candy from the bro. I made the bag so easy because you know when you like us boys, right? You know, we open shit to the side so we could grab stuff so it's easier, so we don't have like what?
Bambi, Bambi,
What?
we heard nothing.
Yeah,
What are you
from the
talking about?
bag, it sounded completely like the people in the podcast are gonna listen and be like, "Was he supposed to make a noise?" There's no noise.
POV,
There's no
nothing.
noise.
All I hear is you go
Complete.
quiet. I look at my camera for a second to see if like it cut out or something, and then they start laughing, and I'm like, okay, that's
Oh my
pretty sure
god,
he
he's
didn't make
just
a noise.
crushing a bag.
We
Nobody.
saw
all
the
you
bag,
saw,
but we didn't hear anything.
all you saw is you just crush it back, and it was complete silence. Like you just went
Bro, they
muted
need
yourself.
alright. Add crushing bag more. I hear that.
No noise. There's no
There's
sound
no
coming
noise.
from
That's
that.
so stupid. Why is there no noise? Bro, just imagine the
listen,
bro. Imagine
You
the
don't have a
most
mic.
fucking opening a bag, bro. Just I don't
Bro,
fuck, bro. That killed
It's
the whole
easy to
movie.
imagine. It's just that you're trying to do it, and we can't hear anything coming from your side.
Wait. Let me try to do it. Let me try to do it.
it's not gonna work, boys. We're on a recording thing, and the mic has the audio thing where it's not gonna pick up the background noise.
All right. So fucking all I hear, I look down to see what the fuck she's opening, and bro, she's trying to grab one piece of fucking candy. And you know how we open the side of candies, like on the side? I made it so easy for you to grab. All you have to do is grab the back and just literally grab it. Bro, I never felt so much anger at her because I gave her the set of fucking rules. How you gonna break the rules in 15 minutes in? Bro, not even that. What made it worse was I remember the reason why I brought up two dudes. Bro, they fucking they sat on their seats, bro. I seen them both like did that, like peek over to see what was happening. Bro, they looked at me with this face. I looked at her like, yo, I'm gonna be with them at this point. I'm gonna beat you the fuck up because it's like you're not gonna sit there and make me look stupid and get killed with you. No, I'm gonna jump you with them. I'm just look. I gave you the set of rules and you broke it. I gave you a set of rules for a reason because she was over here. Why are you giving me the set of rules? Acting like I'm like because it's serious. It's probably your first Marvel movie that's serious. Like a lot of people take that very serious and making one subtle noise, you get the whole mob on you. And she thought I was joking, bro. We had two dudes death stare me. I was not having it. I literally told her, I was like, I'm gonna jump you right now if you don't stop. I snatched the bag away from her, and I grabbed the one piece of fucking candy she couldn't grab, and then I threw it. I threw the bag at her. I'm like, here. And then she just sat there like kind of sad. I'm like, you almost got us killed over a fucking piece of candy. She's like, I'm sorry, I didn't know. I was like, I'm sorry, I don't want to hear shit. We're gonna talk about this when we get home.
I see the 5-year-old.
Yeah, bro,
Nah,
fuck it. I was so upset with it, bro. But yeah,
POV.
that's why you never take your significant other or your girlfriend or boyfriend at the time to Spider-Man.
Nah, quick story. There was a prank video where a guy, it was a Marvel movies, and he went in and he already seen the movie. He spoiled the plot. All the popcorn in that movie theater got launched. They was about to jump at the same time. Like I was like, damn, I feel bad for the janitors and that nigga. He about to get jumped by everyone.
Don't lie. He deserved that. He should have known. He could have done that to any other movie, but no, he went to a Marvel movie and did that.
A Marvel movie.
No, that man was wishing for death. No, you cannot do a prank like that on people.
I'm telling all you see is popcorn drinks get thrown at him, launched.
Because
Would have seen a
there's so
shoe
many
flying
people
at
who
him.
literally avoid spoilers like on purpose. Like you saw how major it was when they did the Avengers
Yeah.
Endgame. They were like no spoiler. Like even they even had a whole clip where like Captain America came out and was like, "Be a real hero and don't spoil."
I was like, bro, they're real serious. And then freaking when they went to No Way Home, bro, it's just everyone knew.
It's like everybody was really trying to find out the freaking answer. I tried. I didn't watch the movie for almost a whole year, trying to avoid all the spoilers until I finally watched it.
All
It
right,
was
let's do
amazing.
the outro, boys.
Thank y'all for coming. I'm very glad that you guys enjoyed our series of banter. I hope our 3 topics and our our talk of just bull was entertaining to y'all. And if you have any suggestions for our next topics or any suggestions for what we should do next time, we are new to this and we have very little experience. We are becoming a little less nervous and a little more frequent to talking. And I hope all of you guys enjoy our little chatter. This is Cloud, and I hope to see you guys all again. And then there goes our camel, or should I say our llama, who's spitting over there. Let him speak.
I don't need him speaking. All right. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode. To be honest, I wasn't co-host, so I couldn't really talk as much. They put me in the benches, but
That's
I
what a
will
co-host
have you
does.
guys soon. Like I said, if you guys are here from my TikTok or from something else, obviously. So, like I said, follow all of our socials. They'll be linked down. But yeah, it's been your boy Bammy, and yeah, I'm gonna give it to our other co-host.
Oh, I guess it's me now because
You-
he was
Yeah.
terrible. Anyway, thanks. It's your
Use
boy Mad.
reporter timing.
Yo, stop spitting, you camel.
No,
For a
I'm gonna
person
leave
who
that in
hates
the recording.
camels?
I hope you know that. That's gonna be in the recording. Like I'm leaving that specific.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
just-
saying. It's gonna be in the recording. I hope it's in the recording.
Yeah, just Bammy, you're a whole other level. Anyway, thanks for joining us again on this podcast. I hope y'all safe next time.
All
Now the
right.
other close.
Yeah, it's me left. Thank you for tuning in again. We had some crazy conversations today. Well, not really crazy, but more back to the future type. With all the different type of back travels, time travel, forward travel, wormholes, black holes, plot of holes,
Robbery.
robberies,
All the holes.
Butthole.
All the holes. Camel holes. Llama holes.
llamas.
Yo, keep
Fuck
spitting, bro.
But thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys tune back again next time for Back to the Host.
Thank you very much. I hope you guys liked me as a host. We all know Bammy's a showboat, so I'm very glad he didn't try to come in there and speak too much. Our next host for the next podcast will be Mad, and he'll be leading us. And I hope you guys enjoy. And cue outro.
Fuck llamas.
Hey,
The end.
Why would you say that?
That's gonna be the whole thing. Fuck llamas.
Tell me why I wanna see you. Touch your body and then I feel you. Tell me why I wanna heal you. But sometimes I just wanna kill you.